Hey guys, welcome back to Jowers Technology Solutions. I know this is like my second video that's not technical, and I love making technical videos that are straight to the point, and I'm not sitting here talking all day. I'm just running commands to show you how things are done. Well, I'm going to do another non-technical video, and it's going to be on having an IT or cybersecurity playbook. And the reason why that's important is because, like I've said plenty of times before, documentation is commonly overlooked when it comes to networks and systems. A lot of people or a lot of entities will just throw crap together and say, "Oh, it works, awesome, cool," but they have no idea what's happening in the background. So with that being said, uh, I've been in the process of creating my own IT playbook over the course of the last several months. And the whole purpose of having an IT playbook is to have something to be in front of you as a quick reference guide, so to speak. So if you're, let's say, if you're in a brand new environment and you just got this new server and you throw it in the rack, and then let's say it's 6 o'clock at night and man, you're tired. Oh gosh, I forgot to run that command. Well, having an IT playbook is going to fix that. So basically, anytime I throw something into a rack that's brand new, and I'm loading on, let's say for example, I'm loading on a security server, so I already have a document telling me, hey, you need to run this command, and then run this command, and then run this command, and then so on and so forth. So that's why it's important to have a reference guide so that you don't forget to do certain things. Another funny example that I've heard in the past is from Jeremy Charles on one of his videos actually with CCNA, is that yeah, you get the 2960 switch out and you throw it into the rack, and then you configure the IP address on the VLAN 1 interface, and then you forget to turn it on after, and this is after you've already driven 30 miles back to headquarters or whatever. So then you have to drive back to activate interface VLAN 1. Been there, done that. So anywho, this is why it's always important to have some kind of reference guide to go back to make sure you don't miss anything. And then also too, it's so easy to forget to click something. With the OpenSense firewall, can't tell you how many times that I was at a customer site, was setting everything up, forgot that one checkbox, especially the enable checkbox. It's always fun to have everything set up, but you didn't click enable. So anyway, I'll leave off with that. But anyway, so with IT and cybersecurity, so these subjects can be completely separate. IT support isn't cybersecurity, and cybersecurity isn't IT support. In my opinion, IT support is more break fix of end user devices, of supporting network devices, and then supporting systems basically. So cybersecurity, I'm going to backtrack on that. They can be coupled, but generally speaking, that they're separate. You don't hire a systems engineer to do cybersecurity analyst work. That's why the job roles are separate. But anywho, I digress on that. They can be separate. In this particular example, I'm going to meld them together. So from there, so everybody out there that is an engineer or administrator knows that you can basically create scripts, whether it's Python, PowerShell, Bash, what have you. And part of having the playbook is to say, hey, I had this single command here, and I can string a bunch of commands together. And so with Ubuntu, you can apt-get update, apt-get upgrade, apt-get disupgrade, whatever. With PowerShell, you can run whatever. I don't really have a great example off the top of my head, but you can run basically any command, and you run a find command, and you can basically already have this really long string laid out for finding a file, and then you just have to replace the key characters you're looking for, and then bam, it'll go through and find whatever file you're looking for. One thing I'm currently developing, which I know is out there already, but I'm kind of tailoring it to my own needs, is in a Windows environment using PowerShell to go out there and find users that are inactive, or PCs that are inactive, so that I can go through, because surprisingly enough, for all these sysadmins out there, surprisingly enough, that there are PCs that have been sitting on the domain for months, and they haven't been used in months. And same thing with users. User John Doe got fired or terminated or quit 9 months ago, but his account is still sitting there wide open for an attacker to break his password and start using it. And that another tangent. But anyway, so yes, you can take a single command, you can string it into multiple commands, and that can be in your playbook. And whether it's a Windows-based system or a Linux-based system, You can have a digital copy or a paper copy. So in my experience, I've worked in DoD environments where you can't have certain things in certain places. So you can have a paper copy, and as long as you're allowed to do it, you can have that paper copy to bring in to that environment and use. Or if you're in a less secure environment, we'll call it, you can have a digital copy where you can just download your playbook from Google Drive or Microsoft OneDrive or whatever, and then that way you can literally just copy and paste, or Control Find for that matter. And then you can use, so I kind of said this already, but you can use commands in conjunction or in combination with one another. That kind of goes along with using a single command or a string of commands. Different levels. So you have operating systems that you can run things on. Again, I'm kind of walking over that again, but with Windows or Linux. Programming, same thing. So I'm not a programmer per se. I'm currently learning Python to get better at it, but I've always been a engineer slash analyst slash admin guy. So currently working on programming, guys. For all the programmers out there, sorry if I'm messing anything up, but yes, you can essentially have the same thing. You can have your own playbook for doing checks within the code you write. I don't know what those are at this present time, but I'm going to learn what they are. But that can be put in your playbook as well. Same thing with scripting. Again, I'm not trying to beat that horse dead or anything, but basically with scripting, same thing. Hey, you can have your list of commands for getting information, for putting up, for deleting information, for writing information. With networking, so this one's big for me because I've been the guy that has to individually click or individually go into each interface to make changes. So you can write scripts to do basic things or more advanced things with VLANs or trunks or port security. And they also have, so I have the book about using Python for networking and security. It's on my shelf back there. But yeah, keep that in mind. I don't have an example to show you offhand, but you can go look it up on the internet. So go find that out. That's what a lot of guys will tell you in the cybersecurity world, is that Google is your best friend. So if I don't tell you what it is, Google will. So, and then also have that funny thing of let me Google that for you. But anyway, Googling is your best friend when it comes to a lot of things, because you can either go buy a book and learn it, or you can watch a YouTube video and learn it, or you can Google it. And so that goes from there. With security. So with security, you can do basic to advanced walkthroughs. For me, for example, I have basically a sheet that walks me through every little command for installing Elasticsearch or Wazoo or Zabbix, or another thing I've been using recently is Teapot, which is an all-in-one honeypot. What else is there? Those are the Linux-based stuff. And also, for funny enough, so those of you that know about Ninite.com, it is nite.com. You basically go there and download a bunch of different, basically you check off on different softwares that you can download, and then it pulls them all down at one time. That's a good example of using a script in the background to install software. So with that being said, guys, I know I didn't do anything technical here, but part of what I'm trying to do with Jowers Technology Solutions is to educate people on what can be done on the technical side and the non-technical side. For all the guys out there just starting out, super important that you put together a playbook so that you can learn to do things quickly. You can automate things, and it makes it easier for you. For the senior guys out there, you know what I'm saying when I say that it is helpful to have a playbook on hand. From there, guys, I have a couple honorable mentions, and again, as a disclaimer, this is being sponsored by anybody. This is just me, my business, and me trying to put the information out there. But yes, I do have the renowned Hacker Playbook, if my mic wasn't in the way. And I did that thing where I got the second one when it came out, and then lastly the third one when it came out. So I have all three Hacker Playbooks. Woo, go me. If you want to go out and get them on Amazon, by all means, go ahead. No big deal. And then next in line, I have the Python Pocket Reference, the Linux Pocket Guide, and the Bash Pocket Guide. So what I will say about that is that you can read through these, and these are more, like I said, those aren't really playbooks. Those are more or less jamming a bunch of commands into a book saying, hey, if you need a reference point, come and look. But what I would do is I would take what I could after looking at those and putting them into my own personal playbook so that you have things that you can reference quickly on your own. And then last but not least, I have the red team field manual and the blue team field manual. And for those that don't know, these books are awesome. I have referenced them many times to be able to make sure that I don't miss anything whenever I'm trying to break into a system, or when I'm trying to do things to harden a system. So just keep all those things in mind. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for now. I appreciate you watching the video. I plan on making more technical videos probably in the next few days, so keep a lookout for those. If you like the video, please like it. Please comment below. Feel free to share any playbooks or experiences you've had with playbooks, or writing them or sharing them or what have you. Please like the video and please share it. Well, guys, y'all have a blessed day, and thank y'all very much for watching.